This film got a 12-minute standing ovation at the 2022 Cannes Film Festival. Not as much as Belle,
but it's alright, baby.
Elvis. It's directed by Baz Luhrmann. For me, he's an auteur. He has a unique style which glides from scene to scene. Whilst watching it though, the film did bring to mind the South Indian epic KGF, Reviewing Pending People. Elvis felt like a 3-hour music video and told the story of Elvis incredibly well, to the point where I had to check facts whilst watching the film. For example, Elvis never toured outside the US. I mean, as a best-selling solo recording artist of all time, he never performed in Japan, where he was apparently offered $1 million to go there, but Colonel Parker refused, and that was only because he didn't have an American passport. In fact, this man didn't even have an identity. It is quite scary to know that Elvis's career was so mismanaged, and also how gullible and naive Elvis was to even allow Colonel Parker to manipulate him in such a way, which fundamentally led to his premature death. Baz Luhrmann has directed films you may know already like Moulin Rouge, The Great Gatsby, William Shakespeare's much-loved adaptation Romeo plus Juliet, Strictly Ballroom as well, which is a great film by the way. But I went into this film with a lot of apprehension, mainly because I didn't think I needed an Elvis film. But after a few minutes, the film won me over. I'd say the film brings up good talking points on the ideals of white America and the evil side of it, mainly about racism and corruption. Like, Elvis was brought up on various genres of music. For example, gospel, blues, soul, country. And what he did was amalgamate them together to create a universal sound that everyone would like. I mean, women especially loved his live performances that involved him thrusting his hips that seemed to upset conservative America. One of the news articles in the film said that Elvis was a white boy with black hips. Some of the outrageous news articles created by white media surrounding Elvis was laughable. His friend B.B. King makes light of a threat that Elvis could go to jail if he carries on thrusting on stage with the answer, "But you're a white boy." And Luhrmann doesn't shy away from this topic. He shows the positive influences Elvis got from African American culture and the contrast of white America hating him for showing love regardless. I mean, it's not a major aspect to the film. The main focus is the treatment Elvis received from his supposed friend and manager. Now, Tom Hanks must have borrowed that prosthetic nose from Cloud Atlas and mixed about 3 of the accents together to create mystery, conman, colonel, not actually a colonel, Tom Parker, an absolute creep, where the story is narrated by him and almost seen from his perspective. I mean, this guy is something else. Just a nasty piece of work that takes advantage of a naive and gullible Southern American boy. Now, I guess we've got to talk about Austin Butler and his performance. I mean, yeah, I think the 12-minute standing ovation was deserved with an uncanny performance from him. The guy's a dead ringer when you slap on the makeup, give him the costumes, I mean the voice, the mannerisms as well. Just solid stuff from both of our main characters. For recent biopics, it's better than Rocket Man and Bohemian Rhapsody. Chadwick Boseman's James Brown biopic is definitely worth a go, but Baz Luhrmann's Elvis is worth a trip to the cinema for an engaging 2-hour and 40-minute movie.